This ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough. I had enough, it ain't luck. I needed a vision, I needed ambition, I needed a mission to be the submission with no intermission.
Does he deserve to be in the UFC Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Of course.
Why?
First round ballot. Banger after banger.
I don't disagree.
I would
curious.
just say like the level
What's
of
your
competition
argument, right?
that he's faced compared to some of the guys that are in there now, it stacks up. I think Cowboy's in there, no?
He's in there under one of because they have the different wings. I think he's in like the Pioneer wing. Let me see.
Because I mean, if Cowboy's in there, you got to put a guy like Poirier's in there. And Cowboy was one of my favorites. I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on Cowboy. I love to watch Cowboy fight.
I love Cowboy. You really if you don't like
Cowboy is one of
you're a
those
fucking
guys
asshole.
where he never won a belt, but he was just one of the. He was, I have a hard time saying he was one of the best. He was just one of those guys that was just always game. He's got great wins.
Okay, so Cowboy Cerrone is in the UFC
our
Hall
Kevin
of
Holland,
Fame.
where he was on every fucking card.
Do not disrespect Cowboy Cerrone with that comparison.
No, just in his
So
activity. In his activity, he was just
more.
Like,
yeah,
I'll fight. I'll fight.
Yeah. Kevin Holland has had a couple of years like that. Cowboy Cerrone has like multiple sequential years where he's like, I'm gonna fight 6 times in 1 year. You know, and here's a fucking funny to make that analogy. You know who the female version? You know who the female version of Cerrone is in terms of activity? Yes. Guess. Give me one guess.
Nobody right now.
Angela Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Angela Hill. Hey, don't laugh at that. Yo, Angie Hill is the shit. Also, Doreen. Dan, you gotta tell me when you're not on screen, bro.
I'm just chilling.
So, Cowboy Cerrone named to the Hall of Fame in 2023 under the modern wing. If there's a modern wing, I mean, you got to give it to Poirier, right?
Yeah, you could put Poirier under there, for sure.
Okay.
But Poirier's fought everyone in like arguably the hardest hardest division.
Cowboy did too. Though.
So did Cowboy.
I'm not like arguing against Cowboy. I'm just
at the time when Cowboy was fighting, he was literally fighting just everybody.
In fact, I think we watched one of his best highlights. We were
Rick
there
Story.
at 202 against Rick Story. That's right. And he hit, bro, watching that in real time.
Oh, damn. We already know he went outside.
He's fought don't look at the fucking red. No, dude. I mean, lost to Dos Anjos, then he goes up to 70, right? Oliveira.
I was at that
Patrick
Dos Anjos
Cote,
fight.
I forgot about that.
I nearly cried live at that fucking fight.
Dos Anjos fucked him up. And it wasn't like he was out or like incapable of getting back up, but it was like
beat him up.
Yeah, Dos Anjos. And Dos Anjos fucking destroyed Pettis' career too.
Bro, but even then, he beat Benson, he beat Eddie. He beat Jim Miller.
When he beat McDessie and he head kicked him and McDessie ate it, and then you just see McDessie going like this and the ref gets in between, they're like, he fucking broke his jaw. Dude.
Yeah, bro, keep scrolling. Is that he beat Edson Barbosa? I think he cracked him with a jab.
Submission, and then he got a guillotine
on his back.
Yeah.
So quick.
Or an RNC, yeah. Adriano Martins, head kick. Evan Dunham, submission. Dos Anjos,
he had the Pettis. Pettis was one of those guys that he couldn't get over. And then he beat Melvin Gillard with the head kick. He had him all wobbled after the head kick, stepped in there.
Hold off there, Durain. What happened when
Stop that.
What happened when he fought Nate Diaz, bro?
Wait. Scroll down 2 under. Who's that guy? Dan, could you read that for us?
Fuck you. Dennis Seaver? Who the fuck is Dennis Seaver?
Right under him.
Can we just kick Durade? Like kick him out.
Bro, Cowboy beat the who's who at that time. He was that guy.
He did. So you think I think Dustin Poirier belongs in the Hall of Fame. Here's my problem though. If you give just another fighter with the same accolades who's like maybe came after Dustin, I don't think he goes in the Hall of Fame. Like if it's anyone but Dustin, I don't think those accolades get you into the Hall of Fame, right? Like why we love Dustin and he's been there for like oh shit moments. And one of those moments being like where he fed Conor the juice to get Conor up. Because when Poirier fought Conor the first time, that was like the first top 10 guy that Conor actually fought.
They had bad blood.
Conor might have some... And I don't, if you tell me in 5-10 years, like Paulo Costa or like Caio Borralho or fucking Kai Kara France has this same record, like, or like, I don't think, or Diego Lopez, like, I don't think I put them in the Hall of Fame with the same accolades. Like, I think it is Dustin.
But Dustin is giving us, like, Dustin versus Justin 1 is one of my favorite fights to watch of all time. That was such a good fight.
First one to beat Justin no, that was Eddie Alvarez was the first one.
Eddie
Dustin
with that knee.
Fought right after. Bro, my favorite
Michael
in between
Johnson.
rounds corner fight. Keep talking. I'm gonna pull this shit up, bro. Dustin.
Justin
Eddie
will be
Alvarez
another
versus
one
Gaethje.
of those guys that goes into the Hall of Fame too.
You think so?
Yeah.
You say Justin?
Yeah. Bro, think about it.
Yeah.
Really?
Even though he fights like once a year because he takes all that damage, we know we're getting a fucking barn burner when he's in there.
Yeah.
If the card is shit and Justin steps into the octagon, we're like, all right, boys, business is about to pick up. And he's just balls to the walls. He came in there with that barn burner with our boy Michael Johnson, and Michael Johnson almost put him away like 2 or 3 times, and then he almost put Michael Johnson away like twice until he finally put him away. That was a crazy ass fight.
Man.
And that was just his debut.
Yeah, but I feel like
and then we get the Charles fight.
I don't think that.
Then we
You think Justin Gaethje goes into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I don't. Now we need.
And then
we need
we get
parameters
both,
on. Hold on.
And then we get both
hold
Dustin
on.
fights.
Great.
going.
Hold on a second. I'm trying. I think we need parameters on like what actually makes you get like accepted into the Hall of Fame. Because now I'm thinking about it, Justin, he hasn't showed up sometimes.
If you let him in, there's a lot of people that you have to let in, I feel like.
In both of his undisputed title fights, he lost within like 7 minutes.
Shit, man. Durain will have you thinking fucking Curtis Blades belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Stop that. Whoa. Hold on. We can't say now that we're doing this, I was all for Dustin Hall of Fame. We bring in title fights, he ain't getting in. He's lost, 4 or 5 of them? No. Even if it is for a BMF belt.
I don't think Dustin... I think you got to draw the line somewhere, and the line should be drawn right after Dustin gets inducted.
So wait, Dustin gets in, but Justin can't get in. They're almost the same guy.
Yeah,
almost
I don't know.
Yeah, except Dustin was fighting in the UFC for a while. Justin got in a couple of years ago. Like, he fought at World Series of Fighting for a while. Like, let's not forget, Justin Gaethje's most famous win before the UFC was against, like, the guy that has one arm.
Hey, we'll take it. But he hasn't disappointed us, though. I'm just saying, if I'm all for letting Dustin in, I think he should definitely be in. But I also think Justin should be in. They're pretty much, besides longevity, they're almost the same fucking fighter.
Yeah, they've lost all the same people.
Okay, all right. Do you think Dan Hooker belongs there?
No.
In the Hall of Fame?
Dan Hooker's given us like 2 good fights. Well,
I mean,
he had the Dustin War.
Dustin versus Hooker is definitely going to the Hall of Fame.
Do you think Eddie Alvarez deserves to be in the UFC Hall of Fame?
How many good fights did he give us? 1? 2? 1? He gave us the Gaethje one. The RDA, that was a good fight. I wouldn't say RDA was a great fight. It was a better performance. We watched that on fucking Fight Pass. They had a Fight Pass.
Yeah, with Sean Masters, who was my AT&T coworker. It was fucking terrible.
We're sitting there watching that shit off a fucking laptop. But no, Eddie
that was also
get that
was International Fight Week when they had 3 fight cards in a row. That was the Thursday fight card. That was awesome.
Yeah, bro. We had a Thursday. I think we had a Friday, and then we had the big one Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. I don't know, man. I think Dustin, because he's been a company man, but I think Eddie gets in before Justin Gaethje does, because Eddie has the storied career. He's the underground king, dude. He had that storied career before casuals knew about him.
Yeah, but
he fought Michael Chandler if there was a time Michael Chandler was good, it was when he fought Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But I mean, if we say, oh, Justin was in the UFC then are we gonna count Eddie's wins before UFC?
I think it depends.
But
Eddie's
yes,
wins before
Eddie
UFC
was
are
a
better than
champion, and he
Justin's
has
wins.
that over both Justin and Dustin.
Case closed.
I'm not
Does
letting
RDA? Here's the thing. Does RDA
RDA
belong in
get
the Hall
in?
of Fame?
Ooh, potentially. Potentially. RDA.
I rank RDA higher than Poirier.
I would. I mean, he won the belt.
And then he fought for the welterweight interim belt against Kobe.
He did. And he's always gained. He had that fight with Robbie. But I don't.
RDA also like, hey, we have another horrible stylistic matchup for you. You win.
He was game.
Like, yes.
And then he fought prime Tony. Tony, best fighter to never win a belt.
Yo.
And Tony just like mutilated him.